I am now manifesting the negative speed force. Why am I now manifesting the negative speed force? I am the physical embodiment of the negative speed force. Why am I physical embodiment of the negative speed force? I am living conduit of the negative speed force. Why am I living conduit of the negative speed force? I am now manifesting the negative speed force as depicted in DC Comics and the Arrowverse. Why am I now manifesting the negative speed force as depicted in DC Comics and the Arrowverse? I am now becoming the living conduit of the negative speed force. Why am I now becoming the living conduit of the negative speed force? The negative speed force can manifest itself as a physical vessel to communicate and interact with people outside the cosmic plane. It can take any form I desire. Why can the negative speed manifest itself as a physical vessel to communicate and interact with people outside the cosmic plane? Why can it take any form I desire? The negative speed force grants me superhuman speed as depicted in DC Comics or Arrowverse. Why does the negative speed force grant me superhuman speed as in DC Comics or Arrowverse? The negative speed force grants me electrokinesis as depicted in DC Comics and the Arrowverse. The negative speed force can amplify the power of my speed force abilities for speed as depicted in DC Comics and the Arrowverse. The negative speed force already exists in this universe as depicted in DC Comics or Arrowverse. The negative speed force enhances all movement, momentum, and force exerting abilities of its user, down to a microscopic level as well as giving the user conscious control over it. This enhances overall acceleration, agility, reflexes, coordination, balance, reaction time to inhuman levels depicted in DC Comics or the Arrowverse. The negative speed force grants the user accelerated healing factor as depicted in DC Comics and the Arrowverse. Why does the speed grant the user accelerated healing factor as depicted in DC Comics or Arrowverse? The negative speed force grants the user superhuman longevity as depicted in DC Comics or the Arrowverse. If the negative speed force user should happen to lose their connection to the negative speed force, they can regain their connection by feeding on negative emotions of others as depicted in DC Comics or Arrowverse. Why can the negative speed force regain their connection to the negative speed force by feeding on negative emotions of others? Users of the negative speed force can travel through time like users of the speed force. However, since they use the negative speed force to time travel, users of the negative speed force cannot be detected by users of the speed force as depicted in DC Comics or the Arrowverse. Why can the users of the negative speed force time travel and cannot be detected by users of the speed force as depicted in DC Comics or the Arrowverse? While harnessing the negative speed force, the speedster size and spin around the ice can glow red as depicted in DC Comics and the Arrowverse. Why can the speedster size glow red while harnessing the negative speed force as depicted in DC Comics and the Arrowverse? Since it exists out of the timeline, speedsters can prevent themselves from being erased from existence by running into and staying inside the negative speed force. However, if they do so, their connection to the negative speed force becomes the sole tether of their existence unless their timeline is restored as depicted in DC Comics and the Arrowverse. Users of the negative speed force can temporarily cancel another's SL speed by hitting them with negative speed force as depicted DC Comics or the Arrowverse. Why can users of the negative speed force can temporarily cancel another's speed by hitting them negative speed force lighting as depicted in DC Comics and the Arrowverse? The negative speed force user can summon power directly from the negative speed force through cumulonimbus clouds as depicted in DC Comics and depicted in the Arrowverse. Why can the negative speed force user can summon power directly from the negative speed force through cumulonimbus clouds as DC Comics or the Arrowverse? While possessing a vessel, the negative speed force can shoot powerful blue energy blasts capable of knocking out or killing a person in DC Comics or the Arrowverse. Some abilities of the negative speed force grants that the positive speed force does not have. The ability to negative speed force uses powers, the power to absorb memories from others, and the power to alter one's data as well as carrying negative speed force from others without killing them. Also, negative speed force users have the ability to accurately time travel without services such as the cosmic treadmill. Electrokinesis negative speed force conduits generate large amounts that they draw from the negative speed force. The color of the lighting varies from red, black and purple, and it can also be mixed and changed with those three colors at will. Unlike the positive speed force lighting, the negative speed doesn't act like normal electricity. It is far more destructive and can cause objects to explode on contact. The protective aura manifested by the negative speed force also is far more destructive than the normal speed force's aura. It can cause objects such as bullets to incinerate before they can hurt speedster. The aura also builds up every time the speedster is dealt damage and will eventually release an explosion. Should the natural speed force user be exposed to the negative speed force, it will cause great pain to them and will sometimes cancel certain positive and negative speed force powers while trying to use both at once. Negative speed forces can create their shit out of negative speed force energy or anything really as depicted in DC Comics or Arrowverse. If a negative speed force user dies, they can possess a person of their choice wherever they might be and gain full control of it by harnessing the negative emotions of the body by making the victims relive their traumas, breaking the victim mentally or anything. The negative speed force users gains their speed during that process. Why does the negative speed force grant the user superhuman longevity as depicted in DC Comics or the Arrowverse? The user gets any new ability the negative speed